of Spider-Man. Today he joins us as the voice of Prince Eric in the original Little Mermaid. Please welcome Christopher Daniel Marr! Yes. And next, she's an actress and singer whose body of work includes The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Kent Laszlo, and the highly undervalued series, The Pirates of Darkwater. Today, she joins us to discuss the role of Princess Ariel. Please welcome Jodi Benson!
It's an early morning.
Yes. It's a nice Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Time for breakfast cereal and cartoons. Two of my favorite things.
Saturday morning. Here we go.
Oh, absolutely. Well, friends, so glad to have you here in Orlando. So it's the first time we've sat here on stages and all that stuff. But so I'll tell you what. Let's throw this out here. I've heard some of the basic stories, but let's just get this out of the way. Since we're in Disney World's backyard. What are some of your favorite Disney attractions?
You go first.
Okay, so my current favorite is Cosmic Rewind. Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy. And Epcot number 2 is Everest Expedition. My record for that is 14 times in a row.
The Yeti.
My favorite will always be, because it was when I was a little kid, the first time I went to Disney, I went on the Peter Pan ride. And I remember that moment where you're in the room and then the window opens and you go out that little cart. I was mesmerized by that as a kid. That will always be a wonderful memory. It will always be my favorite ride.
I will always be a welcome, foolish mortals. And of course, the laugh floor, because anyone ever been to the laugh floor? Hello, humans.
Is this room stretchy?
I used to help the monsters. So,
You're friends with Monster.
yes, I was friends with Mike Wazowski and Buddy Boyle and all of them. So, let's just do this one. So I want to jump out there and start taking some of their questions. What's been the best thing to come out of this wonderful gig for both of you?
Let's see, going on 39 years with the company, which is hard to believe. I think it's just been the most incredible, magical surprise journey, because it was never part of my original plan for my career, and when it came up as this big gift, a big surprise, everything changed, so everything that I'm a part of now is because of the film and because of the Walt Disney Company. So the whole thing is just a magical blessing.
Yeah, it's the legacy. We had no idea what this was going to turn into, and now we're, oh my God, it's been 30-something years now, and we have people come up to the booths who say, oh no, it was my favorite movie, and my kid's favorite movie, and now it's the grandkids are coming into it, so it's this wonderful sense of legacy of being part of that, and of course you being a Disney legend is sort of reflective of that, right?
When, again, and I know people have asked you this for a long time, did you always know it was going to be a success? When did you realize that not only it was a success, it may have eclipsed everybody's wildest expectations? When was that moment you realized, this is never going to fully just go off in the distance, it's always going to be there, and then like the tide, no pun intended, it's going to roll back in occasionally?
I think for me, we opened in November 1989. It would be in January. I think in January, that's when I started realizing that life was really changing very quickly, and that the response of the film was not quieting down from the holidays. That's when I could tell at the studio things were just moving at a very fast pace. And for me personally, everything was taking this major turn. So I think the reality started kicking in that, once they decided they were going to reveal who we were because we were going to remain anonymous the way that Walt had designed it, that you would just focus on the voice and not who was behind the microphone. Once that was revealed in the September beforehand, from September to January, I think, is when I started realizing this was going to be something really special. And this wasn't going to just be a one and done job, go back to New York, do Broadway, 8 shows a week. That's when I really realized things were shifting in a big, big way, in a wonderful way.
It wasn't Oliver and Company, and that's not a diss against Oliver and Company, it just, yeah.
Big changes.
Yeah, the extent of I was just a teenager at the time, so the extent of my awareness of all that was me sitting in the theater eating popcorn going, this is a really good movie!
Well, thank you for indulging my capricious curiosity. I'm gonna go out there and take their awesome questions. But before I do that, as always, on behalf of myself and this audience, once again, I thank you both. I thank you for your talents. I thank you for your professionalism. I thank you for the performances you brought to these roles and your entire body of work. And I thank you both for acknowledging how important this is for so many people. You've both been very protective of these roles, and you have taken this as a responsibility, not just a fun little gig you did decades ago. So thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patty. That's really sweet of you to say that. But he's right. We do have, it's a duty. It's kind of a mission for us to protect the integrity of our characters and to make sure that they bring you the joy that they brought you many, 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 many years ago. I mean, that's our job, is to make sure that that integrity and that character stays strong and allows you to have that trigger core memory when you meet us and greet us. And we appreciate all your stories of what the film means, what our characters mean to you. And we do. We take it very seriously as far as that level of responsibility goes. It's it can be overwhelming sometimes I think, but we feel very fortunate and blessed that we get to be a little part of your world, no pun intended.
Hi, what's your name?
Maddie,
Hi, Patty, what would you like to know?
what is your favorite part of working on Little Mermaid? Like favorite memory or something like that?
I think for me, it's in the recording studio with Howard Ashman standing to my left. So he was there for all of my recordings of A Part of Your World and the reprise, as well as every single line that I delivered. He was really my personal director since we had just worked together on Broadway in a musical called Smile. And Ron and John, our animating directors of our film, gave him the permission to be my personal director. So those are the fond memories that I have of working with him.
I remember for the first time seeing a video camera, one of those big video cameras you can hold on your shoulder, sort of set up in the room. And I remember thinking, this is in what, 88 or 87 we recorded this, 88 I think. And I was just thinking, why are they recording us? And then it occurred to me later that they were going to be animating some of our facial expressions. And I just remember as a kid in the booth thinking, that was just so space age and technologically cool, And it was just, what a memory of that. Especially now, everything's, AI. That was just really interesting for the time.
Ooh, he said the forbidden word. Great question to start us off with. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Sage.
Hey, Sage. This is a great cosplay, by the way, Sage. Good. What you want to know?
So I've always been curious, for this projection in particular, when you were, before or during your voicing, did they show you Ariel and Eric? Like, did you get to see the concept art or storyboards or anything like that?
They were just thumbnail sketches in black and white, and Ariel looked very different than she is now. So we were shown that on thumbnail sketch where they go through the story, and that's it. But my lead animator, Glenn Keane, who's probably the most brilliant animator on the planet and happens to be a dear friend, will explain to you that, as he had his little Walkman and he was recording and he was sketching, Ariel came to life as soon as he heard my voice. So then she changed drastically from those initial sketches. But the voice comes first and the animation comes after.
Yeah, same thing with me. It's just little sketches, black and white.
Great, thank you. Fun question. Hey, my friend, how you been? Good. What you got?
Good. Well, this is actually for both of you. But it's for the both of you. How does it feel like to actually reprise both Ariel and Aaron in video games like Kingdom Hearts and Disney Speedstorm?
Oh, it's wonderful. I remember the first time I got that call. I said, well, wait a second, Prince Eric. I go, you want me to do what? Video game? I was like, absolutely, that sounds like a blast. It's sort of, you get to relive the experience and sort of over the decades to sort of touch the character again in that part of your brain and that part of your life in sort of a new way, in a new genre, a new venue. It's very cool. We love it. And I've always had a great time doing it.
Everything he said.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Fun question. Whoops. There you go. Thank you much.
You get candy when you ask a question.
Of
I
course.
love it.
If you stay within the rules. No one's supposed to know that. Hi, what's your name?
Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. What you got?
Good morning. I just was wondering, we all know you from Disney Forward, but what brought you to Disney? How did you get into the performing? Was it because you were in a performing family, or is it something you came to later? How did you get into it, and what was the reaction you got from your families?
I did not come from a performing family. I came from a smaller town in Illinois, and I just kind of came out of the womb singing and started doing little shows when I was 8 years old. So that's pretty much came from me. It's just that I just kind of had these gifts that I just wanted to see if I could use them and make a living. So I started working professionally when I was 18, I think. And and then just went to an open audition for Ariel. So it's just quite heavenly. It's definitely a God gift.
I was originally from Maine. We moved to New York when I was about 8. My mother got me into the business. For further details, consult my deeply disturbing short stories online. Growing up in the 80s in Hollywood.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ricky. It's so nice to meet both of you. My question is, what's your favorite piece of Little Mermaid merchandise that you've seen? It's really hard.
I have quite the collection. I've got more than 20, that's for sure. I do have a Giuseppe, I think it's Giuseppe Armani, statue on our dining room table. But I would have to say my Disney Legends Award, my statue, that's also in our dining room. That's pretty special. Pretty special.
I still have one of the cells that they gave us. It's just of Prince Eric when he's seeing her, when he's playing the piccolo, and it's just this one. That's right. It's snarf. It's this wonderful little Disney cell. I still have it on my wall.
What's your favorite?
I have this made, actually. All mermaids are valid.
Wonderful.
Oh my God, thanks, guys.
Did you get a picture of that? Okay, cool. All right, there you go. Cool, great. Hey, great question. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Marissa. Hi. Thank you so much for shaping our childhood from being in Spider-Man and Pirates of Darkwater and everything. You pretty much shaped our generation. Between my dad being a huge nerd and my mom also being an 80s baby and whatnot. One thing that I want to mention was how we saw you last year in Jodi over in Hello Dolly. And it was absolutely incredible. Both my grandma, my mom, and I just having that multi-generational moment of being together and not only hearing your voice that shaped my childhood, but seeing that talent and that passion for the theater. So I just want to thank you for that. Thank you. But to see you again on stage again one day.
Oh, thank you. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Jeff. I'm from Orlando. You've undoubtedly interacted with millions and millions of fans. What interactions with fans have stuck with you over the years the most?
I think all the stories make an impact. They kind of create a tapestry for me. Every story has value. Every person sharing their heart means something to us. So you can't really pick and choose what is more impactful or powerful. I think some of the stories that are very unique are the fans that have learned how to speak, that are nonverbal. And when they have learned how to communicate by watching our film, and as Ariel is finding her voice, they are finding their voice. So that's pretty magical, I think, to meet the people and the parents who've walked that journey with their children. Yeah.
Very, very much so. Along those, almost the same. So what I was thinking, when I was going to say, it's almost identical to what you're saying. That this theme that I've noticed when people come up and they talk about what the mythology has meant to them, there's a recurring theme of dealing with isolation and finding themselves. I find that people, it help them work through some kind of isolation, and that's like a really powerful gift that the mythology seems to have given to people. And something about your story, something about this myth in particular, seems to have touched people who are struggling with some feeling isolated, and it helped them through that. That's a beautiful thing like that.
Yeah, I think for me, my largest fan base groups would be the LGBTQIA plus community and our community on the spectrum. And both of those communities I adore. I would say for both of those communities, our folks that are on the spectrum, and as well where they are trying to find their place and have a sense, like you said, of belonging and being heard and finding their personal voice. So those stories really resonate, I think, for us. And also, too, we know our characters are animated, but we, as humans, are people that you can connect with as you're trying to connect to our animated characters. So we understand that we're kind of the vessel to our characters, and sometimes there's not a line drawn between me and her. We're one and the same. So when we meet fans, we understand that element, that when you meet us, you are connecting here to our characters. So it's a really beautiful opportunity, and I think I know for both Christopher and I, that means something to us. You know, you're not a person just kind of passing through the line, although sometimes I know we have to go quickly if we have to get someplace like here. But we do try to make that connection and hear your story and hear what this means, to you. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that the mythology is so enduring, is that it's a coming-of-age story with a Faustian twist, with a Faustian bargain mixed in. And I think that theme of, you can find your place, you can accomplish your dream, you can find your place and you can belong as long as you shut up. That's a powerful myth. That's a powerful myth that people can relate to, because that's a sort of ubiquitous, universal danger in the human condition. You have to pay a price for being who you are. People relate to that, and so people, I think that's why the myth has endured, because people think, oh man, that's a horrible thing, and it's a myth that teaches you not to do that. You can be who you are, and you can, find your dreams and get what you want, and be your authentic self without sacrificing your voice.
Great question. Hi, what's your name?
Ben, it's a pleasure to meet you guys. You guys are incredible and everything. My question for you is that you guys have undoubtedly done an amazing job as Prince Eric and Ariel, as well as the rest of your voice acting roles. My question is, if you could voice anybody else throughout the Disney Princess franchise and everything, if you could voice any other character, who would you voice?
For me, I grew up with Cinderella, and so it would be, I would never want to revoice, obviously, but to be able to tackle that role, I think would be pretty magical. Yeah, I have had the opportunity to touch on characters and revoice them, like Lady and Lady and the Tramp and Anita and 101 Dalmatians. I actually have tracks that was an experiment as Sleeping Beauty, as Aurora, where I was able to sing and create that. Was really, really magical. So yeah, I think it would be Cinderella.
I don't know. Well, Disney owns Marvel now, right? So I think.
And Star Wars.
Yeah, and Star Wars. So I'm hoping they buy Warhammer so that I can do. I'm a huge Warhammer 40K right here. Huge Warhammer 40K. So I'd love to do some sort of Doctor Strange nightmare villain. I think that would be so much fun. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, he does have a villain called Nightmare.
I know.
Yeah, so Nightmare villain. Okay,
that's right. Who was, it was a work demon in 40K language.
Oh, I can see that. Good one. Thank you. Great one. Hey, what's your name?
Devin. Thank you both so much for defining a lot of childhoods here, including my own. I used to watch this movie all the time as a kid, played the NES game. I gotta ask, what was your favorite day of your life? Career-wise, business, any kind of wise, like whatever.
What was the best day ever?
Yeah, favorite day of your life, like whatever you want.
I'll take this because it's easy. I'll go first. Give you some time. All right, I'm going to combine Disney and my personal. I'm going to combine it at once here. Best day of my life was when my wife and I got married at Disney. In Orlando. The little Disney temple. The little Disney temple. Yeah. At the Grand Floridian.
I never knew that. Are you kidding? You got married at the Grand Wedding Chapel?
Yeah. And I even said, I remember I was like, I was Prince Eric, the Little Mermaid, and the woman looked up and she goes, oh, well, we give performer discounts. And I said,
Cast member discounts.
cast member discounts. And I was like, okay.
Obviously, I wasn't invited. How did I not know that you got married at the...
I was 13,
Oh my God.
12, 2012.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
I'm just learning that now.
Well, this is
So
a green
funny.
ID, not a blue ID. So. Contractor.
Okay, so personal life, wedding day, birth of both of my children. So those are the top three. As far as Disney goes, goodness, like I say, with 38 plus years going, there's a million of them. But I would say my days recording the film. I would definitely say in the studio. And I would say with working with Howard. Those are those memories that just, they're gold. And I'm so thankful. What is it?
11:37. Yeah.
I'm sorry, how about it?
We're hosting for a conference.
So sorry. How about Patty, can we do a speed round of 4 people?
Okay.
Speed round of 4 people. What do you think?
I'm gonna do a speed round for as many as we can.
Okay, speed. Here we go. Speed.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna say, what's your question? Okay, I need everybody to headline it in their head. You don't have to introduce yourself. You don't have to say how much you love the movie. Just go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What's your question?
What was the biggest challenge you had while making this movie?
I was terrified.
I was 15.
What's it like making a cameo appearance in the live-action version? For Jodi.
Oh, live action version, brilliant, had a blast, loved the cast, amazing film.
Go. What's your question?
I have a question. I just want to say I'm really glad to see you, JB.
I'm glad to see you too, Mike. Good to see
What's
you.
your question?
I was wondering if you two will ever return, perhaps in a live action or any type of other projects together, be it an oceanic theme or even like a Spider-Man.
Anytime, yes.
100%.
How long did you guys have to do for your improv?
It wasn't improv. We have the script.
It was 3 days for me. It was
I
not
had
long.
2.5 weeks work over 2.5 years.
Great, take it. Come over.
No, we can do it.
We can do it. Yeah, just want to get him on the camera. What's your question?
Hi, what's your guilty pleasure right now for animation?
Ooh. Anything Warhammer 40K.
Oh, the Emperor!
I'm doing Wing Feather Saga for Angel Studios, so that's what I want.
What's your question?
How much do you see your expressions and your mannerisms in your characters?
100%.
And yes, and so does my wife.
Lovely cosplay. Thank you. What's your question?
Hi, how did you guys feel when you guys realized you became Disney legends?
Awesome, unbelievable, shocked.
Like a legend.
What's your question?
Did you know you were always going to voice Vanessa or
No, I had no idea. It was just happening in there, and Pat Carroll trained me, so.
Side note, one of my favorite Disney villains, Vanessa. I love her as Vanessa. Underrated.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your question?
Hi,
what was your first impressions of each other when you first met?
Where did we first meet?
Was it-
Because we weren't in the studio at the same time. We weren't in the studio at the same time, right? That was so long ago.
That
I'm
was
going
like
to
30
say
years
fabulous.
Yeah.
Incredible.
She's pretty.
Amazing. Oh, thanks. Old enough to be your mom, though. That's creepy.
Hey, last one.
Fabulous.
Are you aware of the impact you have on kids being safe in and around the water?
No. I've never had that posed to me
I've
before.
never thought about that.
Wow.
I hope it's a good thing.
Is that a good thing? Okay, then yes. Wonderful.
100% aware of that. Take care of that.
All right, so that's all the questions. Great, and we have time for a little surprise.
All right, boys, I love you both. Go.
Now,
I'm kicking you off. Oh, yes, we're going to do, oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'll give him my spiel. Okay.
And I'll be down here.
Yes, thank you so much. Hey, friends. So I'm going to sing for you because I like you to have your trigger core memory. So in order to have your trigger core memory, I'm going to ask all of you to put your phones away. I know. It's really hard. But we can take photos at pro photo time. We can also take photos at the table. We can have our moments, but I don't want to go to Disney jail, so thank you so much.
And remember,